Good morning, all. Today, we are gathered here to have a debate regarding unionization and non unionization inside the festival industry. We got two people here Deep, who supports the unionization, and we got Ivanjot, who supports the non unionization. Let's start about the opening statement for both parties. And Deep, can you please start with the opening statement?
Thank you, moderator. So today we'll discuss about whether we should unionize festival industry or not. So to make sure the festival industry is safe and everyone is treated fairly, unionization is the key. Let's take an example of lighting industry. So those people go through many unsafe and risky work. So if they get the union, they will get proper training and proper equipments to deal with their risk. So I feel that unionization of the industry is very necessary right now.
Okay, I agree that safety is important, but unions are not the best solution. The first thing I would figure out is cost. It will charge a lot to the normal employees. Secondly, it reduces flexibility and adaptability within the employees and it makes things more complicated. So, for example, there are so many benefits which are provided to employees by unions, but which are not even similar with other workplaces. So that may make things more complicated. So I disagree.
So basically, the use of the union is that they represent the workers. So workers need representation, and their needs need to be come to the management table. And you need to. We are here to make sure that we our workers get whatever they need. And in order, if we are not having the union, the chances of exploitation of our workers can be high.
Sure, that's the point, but we should be careful that in certain situations, unions are not worth it. For example, in previous talks, you were talking about employee benefits. I have heard that. So, in those cases, like employees can get benefits, but to some extent, employees can get adapted to that and they can do their certain tasks which they should be doing in their normal routine life. They will not do that, right? They will be relying upon that. So instead of making unionization, I feel that it's good to make some other measures like creation of some safety teams, like they can conduct safety meetings at their workplace instead of making unions.
Unions are the voice of the workers, but the safety team is looking after the safety, and after all, it's a part of the management. But the workers need someone who is hearing their voice, and union would be the best solution to that.
But to somehow, I think that it may lead to bureaucracy, increase in bureaucracy, and there are some existing mechanisms such as regulations which are imposed by unions that could be hard to follow by the new employees, or that could be hard to follow on other workplaces that are union specific, not like the common one for all.
That's a good point, but I would like to add something that unions are having the long standing history for their work for the workers. They have fought for their workers since long time, and unions are always ones who hears the problems what the worker has. If in case if we take meetings or anything rather than that, the all the voices from the workers would not be heard, and at that point of time some group of workers would feel that they are not being heard, and that's going to give a problem to the company, because that would lead to decreased productivity. And if you're not in the favor of giving the benefits, and if It is like they would get adapted to the benefits. Benefits are the rights, and some benefits are come upon and some benefits are for the good for the workers. They work for us, and their safety and their happiness is our motto. Because if we're not working in the manner of getting them good benefits and good happiness in their lives, then this would lead to the decreased productivity, and this is gonna be the loss making for the company.
But there are not only the unions which are responsible for making benefit plans for them. All the companies, like whatever I have known from my knowledge, 90% of the companies have health and wellness programs in their workplaces. They have health and safety programs which are under Occupational Health and Safety Act. They have those specific regulations under those acts. So we don't need specific separate unions for the welfare of the workers, because employers can do by themselves. It's mandatory for them to do that.
After all, the unions, as I say, that will hear the voice of the people who are working in the factory, the workers, because of whom this company exists. And without that, without them, there will be no company, there will be no work. And because we need to hear their own voice, their own voice need to be heard, and they need a representation in the form of a union, which can lead to their path of happiness. And if we make them happy, then we will be happy, because they are after all, they are our workers. So in my opinion, union is something which represents the worker, and if they don't have the representation, they won't be heard in a manner they can be heard by the unions. So in my opinion, union is must for the industry in order to prevent the exploitations and give them job security. Because I have come across many incidents of company getting the workers out, giving the layoffs. So I feel the unionization is important.
Thank you, Deep and Irvanchod. That was very insightful to know about the unionization and the non-unionization. I just want to ask you, and I need you to complete with the final thoughts and statement on regarding the unionization and the non-unionization.
In conclusion, I would like to say, to close this debate, that direct communication and open negotiations are just as effective as unionization. So I don't think that a unionization is a must for the company. We can just solve our matters with just normal safety teams. Rather than that, unionization may introduce rigid structures which may hinder innovation and creativity of the employees.
So, in conclusion, unionization is a necessary step ensuring the safety, the job security, and the improved safety measures and fair treatment for the within the festival industry. So, I feel that unions give the collective voice to the workers, and they can have the long-standing fight against the exploitation and foster more equitable and more safe work environment for all.
Thank you, Deep and Irvanchod. Thank you for sharing your perspective on this important issue. This debate has provided a valuable insight to the issue as well and the complexities surrounding the unionization of jobs, duties in the festival industries. And thank you and have a great day.